Ovalino Business Intelligence website has been suspended. Ovalino Business Intelligence, or OBI, is Cambridge Analytica's go-to company on the ground in Indian subcontinent. OBI is headed by Amrish Tyagi, the son of senior Janata Dal United leader KC Tyagi. His company lists BJP, Congress and Janata Dal United as its political client. The company at the center of the storm over Facebook data misuse has an India connection on its website. The company says, as you can see it on your screen, that its association with India goes all the way back to the Bihar State Assembly elections in 2010. And the visual which you just saw is a reflection of that. On the visual you will see on the left side of your screen is the visual in which the association with the companies is listed. Now this very specific image was suspended. You can see ICICI, Airtel, Congress, Bharatiya Janata Party and Janata Dal United. And within hours of WION going ahead with the report, it was suspended. That's the first part. You can't access this report anymore. You cannot access this page anymore. Because what we showed you in the headline, it says the account has been suspended. So we are just trying to show you, when we spoke to Amrish Tyagi, WION is the only channel to speak to Amrish Tyagi. This was the website. BJP and Congress party are sparring over it, but the fact of the matter is, both of them, in fact, three of them were clients. One is BJP, Janata Dal United is BJP's alliance partner in Bihar, and Congress is the national party in opposition. All of them, two of them are corporates. This is the proof. And once the controversy started, after Ravi Shankar Prasad's press conference, Information and Technology Minister, we will show you that page, that the account gets suspended, which means now if you really want to access it, you cannot access it. This is what the page looks like. The account suspended. So this is the India fallout of this controversy, which WION has been reporting for past 48 hours, that this is one of the biggest breach, and it means that the Facebook users globally are vulnerable, including India, which is a billion-strong market and which is the frontier market for a company like Facebook. Now, Cambridge Analytica, the company at the center of the storm over Facebook data misuse, has an India connection on its website. The company says that its association with India goes all the way back to the Bihar Assembly, as I said, and a firm called Ovalino, which I mentioned, Business Intelligence of OBI of Cambridge Analytica, is a go-to company, which means that if the company has any work to do, it go to this company in the subcontinent. Now, OBI is headed by Amrish Tyagi, son of senior Janata Dal United leader, former MP, Rajya Sabha member KC Tyagi. His company, as I showed you, lists BJP, Congress and Janata Dal United and as its political clients. Now that page is not available, and WION is the only channel who spoke to Amrish about his partnership with the parent company.
We use the data which is available in the public domain, and we go for the research on in ground level, and we collect the numbers on the ground with their wishes. Like we go to any booth, we collect the number with the consent of the I told you earlier also, we are very different what they do in the US, because we are more in ground root politics. We come to know from our research and the poll history of the particular booth that how many people voted for certain ideology, a certain outfit, and then we make a profile of the booth, and we contact and we try to convince according to the client taste.
Right. And you also said you had a secret sauce, and the secret sauce being a behavioral science model, and that can allow you to identify the most persuaded voters. How does that work? What is that, your secret sauce? Is that how you understand where your voters are particularly weighing in or where they're inclined?
Okay, this is not a very secret things right now in the public domain. The election model is here in India. After the counting, we can easily find out particular booths history or where the votes behave in a particular political party. And if you go for the ground research and in your computer or the data of the election commission, you can find out what is the booth behavior, and you can find out the previous history of the booth as well.
Right.
That they voted for. You can easily find out that the particular booth is behaving like last 3-4 election for the particular party. You can easily find out that they are winning from the particular booth for last 3-4 election, or they are losing from the particular booth for 3-4. It's not a rocket science. It's easily available for everyone.
Right, easily available only to my until my consent has it. But also tell us about your affiliation to Cambridge Analytica.
Okay, when we started our work here in India, if you remember your school days or college days, you can easily find out that lots of researchers in young age, they used to fill a form sitting under the any particular tree, and what happened, like the data was not very up to the mark. Sometimes researchers going for the ground, and they use to fill the form and in their free time, and so what they were used to used their technology to fill a form through the device mobile. Like we can find out researchers' real location. So data will be more authentic if you can find out that my researcher is on the ground only. That we exchange each other's technology. We give them how we works in the ground. They give us how the technology. They were very sound, and they give us this technology that you can collect data through mobile phone as well.
So this is a story which the WION has been following for past 48 hours. It's the implication of Facebook crisis is immense. It's not a story which concerns citizens in UK or United States of America. It's global. Facebook is a social application. It connects people, and the data is the new oil in the modern world. On this story, I'm joined by my colleague Mandy Clark from London and Jessica Taneja from Delhi. But first to you, Mandy. The facets of new investigations have come, and you had said yesterday that the UK Parliament has taken cognizance of the matter. What is the latest update on this story?
In terms of legally, they are calling Mark Zuckerberg or an executive for questioning, and so far it's been radio silence from Mark Zuckerberg or his CEO Sheryl Sandberg. That's highly unusual to have a social media company with such an active CEO completely quiet. So there's a lot of suspicion on why he remains quiet. Cambridge Analytica, of course, has been suspended. The government wants to go through their computers. There is an arrest warrant or to go through their computers and ensure that the data has been deleted. Where is this data? Where is it being stored? So certainly there's movement on really closing down what Cambridge Analytica clearly did was illegal. They want to make sure that this is all they did. They don't really have a clear picture exactly how much information they have stored illegally. So certainly they're moving on Cambridge Analytica as well. But it's a message from the UK government saying this is unacceptable, and they don't want this set of behavior happening in the UK with UK companies influencing not just apparently the Brexit vote, but also possibly the elections in the United States and elsewhere.
Jessica, you spoke to the CEO of the company, and he spoke about his sense of he said that there is a difference between the parent company and our company, which is the go-to company for them in India. But what makes this company different? Because ultimately, the parent company has been charged with breach of privacy laws, and somehow this company was also linked. So how does he buffer himself from the charge that they were not involved?
Well, it's difficult, Karthikeya, that they move away from these allegations and say that we are not involved. In fact, looking at their website now, of course, it has been suspended. But going back to a couple of screenshots that are doing the rounds on social media and the ruckus that has, been created between the political parties who are fighting it out here in India, saying that no, we did not use the OBI or the company in question, which works with closely with Cambridge Analytica in the United Kingdom. We spoke to Amrish Tyagi, but he clearly denied. And after the website is suspended, there is no point in going and looking at who are the clients. But to point out, their website did have these details, and one of the One of the screenshots that I have with me says that managed 4 election campaigns successfully for the ruling party BJP, achieved target of mission 272 plus by managing call center management projects, profiling of each and every volunteer support who had extended his or her support in getting involved to that mission. So of course, clearly coming out and saying that and as an additional support for national elections and state elections of Haryana, Maharashtra, Jharkhand and Delhi. So of course, this makes it amply clear that they were involved, but clearly the allegations are being denied. But when you speak to Amrish Tyagi, he doesn't clearly answer your questions. Even when I asked him as to his role and his relation or his affiliation to Cambridge Analytica, he said it's purely on business. But even if it's on business reasons, of course, it gives out a sense of understanding as to where this relationship goes if the parent company is under question.
Thank you. Thank you, Jessica, and thank you, Mandy, for joining me on this edition of Dispatch. But the moot question is, how far the data and how much the data was used, because the charge was that the data was also used in 2016 presidential election. In India's context, was the data misused? Is there a possibility of data of Facebook users in India be misused? Both the political parties, the ruling dispensation BJP and Congress, the opposition parties sparred on this issue in India. We'll take a look into what the spokesperson, the ministers had to say on this.
Will Congress party now depend upon data manipulation and theft to woo voters? ये पहला सवाल है। दूसरा सवाल है कि मैंने 6 रिपोर्ट पढ़ दिया, अभी तक उन्होंने डिनाई नहीं किया है कि वो कैम्ब्रिज एनालिटिका से बातचीत नहीं कर रहे। कांग्रेस पार्टी, दूसरा सवाल हमारा ये है कि जिस तरह के रास्तों को वो अपनाते हैं, सेक्स, स्लीव एंड फेक न्यूज, क्या कांग्रेस पार्टी हिंदुस्तान के वोटरों को प्रभावित करने के लिए इनके माध्यम से वही रास्ते अपनाने जा रही? क्योंकि उन्होंने बाकायदे उसको ओन अप किया है कि हम ये करते हैं। इससे जुड़ा हुआ सवाल एक तीसरा है कि कैम्ब्रिज एनालिटिका का राहुल गांधी के सोशल मीडिया प्रोफाइल में क्या प्रेजेंस है?
कैम्ब्रिज एनालिटिका की वेबसाइट जो आज 3:04 पे हमने पिक्चर ली है, इट्स कॉल्ड ca-political.com, और उन्होंने ये बताया कि 2010 में बीजेपी और जेडीयू ने इस कैम्ब्रिज एनालिटिका को इस्तेमाल किया था।